Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Liz, your host here at Crimes Untold. And today, we're going to be talking about another raging dumpster fire. Why I say that? We're going to be talking about the Conjuring house. That is a whole lot of messed up right now. A whole lot of messed up. If you haven't been following along or watching Jason Hawes' live streams, man, that it is bad. The lady that owns the Conjuring house, or how she could ever own the Conjuring house, I don't know. It's bad. Like I watched the live stream with all of the ex-employees, the old owners and the ex-employees, which include Cody and Satori. We have Brian Dancero. He was a part of it. Then we have another groundskeeper, just a whole bunch of other people. I don't know if this lady needs psychological help or if she needs just regular help in general. Because the sheer text messages that I keep seeing that she's sending these people, what is going on, lady? Like, what is going on? So this Jacqueline Nunez lady, or Nunez, it doesn't have the swirl over the end, so I don't think it's Nunez. She's the owner of Wonder Group LLC. She bought the property from Jen and Corey Heinzen, who are paranormal investigators. They bought the house in 2019. They sold it to her for 1.5 million, which is higher than what they asked for, which they asked for 1.2 million. I don't know. This is one of the most notorious haunted houses in the United States. So, yeah, there's that. The Conjuring house, obviously, if you have not watched the Conjuring movies, uh, Ed and Lorraine Warren helped exorcise demons from the house when the Perron family lived there. Andrea Perron's been very open about her, what happened to her in this home. We learned not just from her retelling of the events that happened in the home, that obviously the retelling that happened in the movies, which not all of that is actually accurate per what she said. Some things were changed to make it, because Hollywood. And then we also have the highly, highly watched series from Sam and Colby. And then we also have Project Fear that stayed there as well. So we have two separate new groups that their videos went viral on YouTube. Let me see if I can actually pull up Sam and Colby's Conjuring House series, and I'm pretty sure it's their first featured video on their channel together. If you don't follow Sam and Colby, I've followed them for years. For years. Let's see. There's the full playlist, but let me click on their channel. Now they have 12.7 million subscribers, so anybody is going to be watching their videos. The first Conjuring video they have on their channel has 24 million views, and that was released 9 months ago. Second one's at 18. Third one is at 20. Let's see. Fourth one is at 13 million views. I'm pretty sure there's 5 of them. Yeah, I think there's 5 videos. But yeah, they're pretty well known. And then if we go over to Project Fear, which Project Fear used to be Destination Fear, but there's a whole jazz about that because, Zach Bagans had a fit because they actually were becoming popular. Yep. Let's see what they have for. Oh, part 1 of The Conjuring House has 607,000 views, and the second one is 478,000 views. And they also did a conversation video with Cody and Satori. If you don't know who Satori is the daughter of Jason Hawes, who is from TAPS, or Ghost Hunters. And Ghost Hunters has been around for years. I used to watch it with my dad and all that jazz. Sorry about that. For Project Fear to come out with a video, and then Cody and Satori also did a debunking part about, I said Cody and Satori. Sam and Coley did a debunking part about the way that Cody and Satori talk to spirits as well. A lot of people have issues with the way they talk to spirits, where they do it's like a spelling method They hold Cody holds Satori's wrists, and she is the one that hear, or basically they both are the ones that hear the noise when a spirit or an entity signifies what letter that she goes by, and that's part of the word. I would have loved to experience that in person to see, because it's an experience by experience basis. We can debunk things all we want. We can say things aren't the way they are all we want, but until we actually see it in person and actually experience it, that's a whole nother ball game. Until we actually experience things, we're not going to understand it. I talked about this a little bit in my previous video too about Gypsy Rose. So I pulled up Wonder Group LLC, because she's the owner of this. It's been around for 21 years, so since 2003. It's founded in 2003. It says that it's a solely owned boutique company that is to create high quality residential development projects. What? Why would you buy the Conjuring house? Why? I'm on her LinkedIn right now just so I can get the full, perspective of her. Apparently, she went to school for psychology. She's a doctorate of law from Northeastern University School of Law. She's got a master's of psychology, a master's of counseling psychology, a bachelor's of psychology. Um, yeah, she was an associate for a law firm. Um, she practiced solely for 2 years, less than 2 years, as a legal representation when it comes to buying and selling homes, for real estate transactions. She did litigation for another year at another law firm. She owned a production vineyard company in Argentina, which was 1,500 acres of vines. How she went from working in law to owning a vineyard. And then she became a member of Vistage Worldwide, which this doesn't say what it is, but it says that it is January 2017 to present. So I wonder what that is. She also has on her LinkedIn that she's the owner of the Conjuring house. Why would you have this on your LinkedIn? It's not like it's her job. I mean, she owns it via Wonder Group. But why would you have this listed as your I don't understand this at all. All right, so I'm now on the LLC's website, Wonder Group, talking about their wonderful team, developer and owner, Jacqueline Nunes, dedicated to creating exceptional residential developments. The rest of these people I feel so bad for because they are just getting screwed over by her. There's an attorney, painter, plumber, electrician, a carpenter, contractor. If you're owning, or if you own the Conjuring house, why don't you bring one of them out? They're part of your team. Why wouldn't you have them work with you on a house that you bought? Like, I see the property that they apparently built in 2018 and sold in 2019. It's really pretty. It's in East Boston. Probably yeah, it's got 9 condos, 11 parking spaces. Yeah, each one of those condos is probably like $1 million a pop. A pop. Then there's another one that's a 6-unit condo building. I don't, nope. Yep. All these different buildings that they rehabbed and resold. Why didn't you use some of these people for the Conjuring house? I don't get it. I don't get it. Then there hasn't been anything updated on this website since 2018. Nope. Yeah, nothing's been updated since 2018. I don't understand. I can't. Nope. I don't. Can't fathom what tale she's trying to spin right now. I did look up too that that company's worth a ton of money. So how she's not making money off that company and not being able to pay the people that she had employed at the Conjuring House, I still don't understand that either. So the Conjuring House itself is in Burrillville, Rhode Island. It's the old Arnold estate, Abigail Arnold and John Arnold. These are two spirits that live there that if you haven't seen the Sam and Colby videos or you haven't seen the Project Pierre videos or anybody else that's gone to the Conjuring House, Twin Paranormal did it too. Theirs was pretty good. If you haven't seen those videos, I highly encourage you to do so, to watch them. It'll give you a different perspective on this house versus if you're going in blind and reading all this stuff. There's been a lot of people that have tried to debunk everything that has gone on in the Conjuring House. But again, we weren't there. We didn't experience it. So we're going to take it at face value rather than being able to contribute our life experiences to it. Unless you've dealt with a demonic depression or a haunting, a paranormal haunting of some sort, of some standard, you're not going to understand it until you go through it. With these people that have worked there, you can kind of deduce or agree with them in any way that they know more about this property than this lady does, or the old owners of the property, which I would believe them over her any day. Especially with all of the allegations that this lady's coming out with, that Cody and Satori are the reason for the fire, that they're the ones that hired a painter that didn't know how to get rid of rags that would combust. He properly disposed of it. I did watch the lives that he's talking about what he did. He properly disposed of the rags. Was it his fault that they ignited? No. They weren't even near a flammable source. These things will combust due to lack of airflow, lack of any air in general. These things will combust. It's not his fault. For her to turn it on him and say it's his fault and then say it's Cody and Satori's fault that they lost all their items, that's another thing that I don't understand either. And the biggest thing, the latest to come out, is that this poor man, Brian Dansereau. Brian Dansereau worked at the home and worked under Jacqueline Nunes until he was fired last month. So he was fired because she told him that John Arnold, a man that died in the 1800s, told her that he was stealing money from her, about $3,000. A spirit told her that somebody that's worked at the Conjuring House longer than she's known him, or he's been around this stuff longer than she's known him, accused him of stealing money. That no, something's not right. He also said that she said John told her he's been stealing money for about out of the cash box for the past 2 months. That's when he redirected the conversation and corrected her and said, wait, John Arnold, like the original owner, John Arnold? The other thing that this lady's trying to spin is she's saying that she is a medium and she channels and she's able to talk to the dead, and that spirits of the most famous haunted and active locations of the world have told her that he was stealing from her. Lady, no. That's like saying that the most ugly dog or ugly thing in the world is pretty by dressing it up with bows and rainbows and a dress. Lady, it's still a dog in a dress that's butt ugly. There's no way to dress that up and then strip it back down to prove your point. No. You're really going to tell this man that John Arnold, the man that died in, I think it was 1836 or 1838, really going to tell this man that John Arnold is the one that's been watching him steal money from the cash drawer for the last 2 months? And you're firing him because of it? No. There's another thing. And then to say that you're a medium, how are you a medium, but yet you are not the ones that are talking to these spirits? You're the one that was introduced to these spirits by all these people that either quit on their own or you fired. You were introduced to these spirits by these people. How do you not, put two and two together? You know what I mean? She also said that it doesn't matter whether or not you believe in the paranormal. Her and anybody else in the world are entitled to experiences, and whether you understand them or not. Yes, that is accurate. You're entitled to your own opinion when it comes to the paranormal. But at the same time, how are you justifying firing somebody for actions that you can't prove, for things that he denied to a loyal employee? How can you prove that? By the voice of a ghost. Mm-mm. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Mm-mm. No, no. I don't. I don't get it. Absolutely at all. What is going through this lady's mind? Is she just is she so consumed with the fact that she needs to act like those that have been affected by the house? From what I've read, she doesn't spend a lot of time there. From what I've read, she also just doesn't care, and that she also just doesn't pay anybody. She owes one dude $9,000. I'm pretty sure it's him. She owes him $9,000 in back pay because she refused to pay him. There's times where the live that I watched, they yeah, it's him. He has filed a complaint with the Rhode Island Department of Labor and Training because she owes him 9,000 in uncompensated work. And this agency did confirm that they received this complaint from him. Um, this lady says that her books back up the allegations of theft, showing that there's discrepancies in sales and orders. She denies that she owes him any money, saying that um, he's been made whole because of him stealing money. She also says that she's planning to file a complaint with the officials in um, Burrillville because of the egregious acts that have appeared on YouTube videos that show people slandering her and damaging her reputation. Homegirl, they ain't damaging your reputation, you're doing it yourself. All those text messages that are, sent in the world, that once they're subpoenaed, they're public knowledge, you might want to reread those because you are going after these people in every which way from Sunday. Everything that you are saying, it can be used against you in a court of law. You should know that because you went to school for, law. You also were, worked in different law firms. You should understand this, homegirl. Do you not understand that everything that you're doing is damaging your own reputation in response to everything at the Conjuring House? You're telling people that you're listening to a dead man because apparently he saw one of your employees steal money from you. You are going off on ex-employees and other people in the paranormal world for no reason. You ain't paying these people. These people left willingly. You didn't fire them. They resigned. Why would they resign? They gave all of the documentation that they had, all the correspondence with you, everything that you have put them through. They've all laid out, all on the table. But yet, it's damaging your reputation in business of the Conjuring House because of it appearing on YouTube. No, you're actually making more money off of these people because your business that you own appeared on YouTube. You're also making money off of them because they keep talking about you. Every time somebody talks about you or the Conjuring House, that LLC or that Wonder Group LLC or whatever else you're involved in, you make money off of it. because there's a hashtag. If it's hashtag on a video, you're somehow you're profiting off of it. You're profiting off of all of this. There's a full circle moment. There's at some point, some people are going to have to take a full step back and not take sides and actually look at everything from the outside looking in, which is what you should do in every scenario. You should stop, take a step back and look at everything and come to realize that, hey, something ain't right here and something definitely is not right here. No, not at all. And for her to keep going after a man that literally has nothing to do with her, he just pointed out the problems. She's going after somebody that she employed his daughter, not him. Why would you keep going after him? I get it. You don't like the fact that he's putting all this public information out on the internet, but still, why? Why continue to harass him? There's no point. Oh, in the video that Jason Haas released, literally 16 hours ago, I have it pulled up. His whole page is pulled up. Jacqueline Nunez has been advised to stop contacting him. Why would she, be advised to stop contacting these people if she keeps saying she's not doing anything wrong? She's just pointing out the things that they're doing wrong. Right? I mean, why would all these people be making Conjuring House drama videos if nothing was wrong? I mean, if you're innocent in all this, what did you do? What actually did you do wrong? If you're innocent in this, and these people are the ones that are out to get you. When people play the victim card like this is where I have a whole problem with it. I have a whole problem. This lady's clear as day playing the victim when it comes to this. Lady, you can't play the victim when you're the one that has instigated this entirety of lies and BS. You can't, there's no way for this lady to rectify this in a civil way. The only way is going to be legally. And it's in all its unfortunateness. She has ruined her reputation in more ways than one, which I don't think she understands. Like, how she has ruined this in many ways. No. The old workers of the Conjuring House all got together and talked about everything that happened. The way she treated them, not paying them, the way that she said she would be there to help them but never would show up, or if one person was going to be there to open up the house to those who paid for a tour to go in, a solo tour, not a guided one, and for her to not show up when these customers paid money to tour this house, which I don't think it's cheap to pay money to tour this house. Let me pull that little info up because last I saw, because we were looking into doing it for us and our youngest, which it says you have to be 13 plus. So you have day tours and then there's night tours. Day tours are $25 a piece. Or if you have kids between the ages of 7 and 12, it's $20 a piece. Children under the age of 7 are not permitted. You're not allowed to take photos. You're not allowed to take a video. You're not allowed to hold up the tour either. That's a day one. No. You have to arrive 15 minutes early, sign all your waivers, all that jazz. It literally says verbatim on this website, no live streaming, no investigations, only registered service and support animals, silence your cell phone, there's no drones, no photos, no audio recordings, no video, no nothing. You're not allowed to have any of that. Interesting. I do know, and that's just a 1 hour tour. Then they have the extended tour, which is $45 a person. Let's see what this gives you, shall we? The extended tour is a 90-minute tour, so an hour and a half. And Includes everything that a regular tour has. But after the tour, you'll have the opportunity to explore the house and land to take photos. This is when you're allowed to take photos after the tour, not during, after. So anything you experience during the tour, there's no way for you to actually, explain that you experienced this. What? So you're claiming to be a haunted house, but yet if anybody goes there, they're not allowed to speak upon it. They do have special events. We did want to go to one of the special events, or I did. They do have a thing about investigations where you're allowed, or like overnight investigations are a thing. If you do this, an overnight investigation, it's 13 hours. You can have the maximum of 12 people. And one of these, Sunday through Thursday rate is $960 for up to 6 people. And that's a night. If you do it Friday through Saturday, it's $1,280 a night for up to 8 people. And you have to pay an additional $160 for any guests added. You check in at 7, you leave at 8 a.m. Yep. Can't park on the road, park in their lot, yada, yada, yada. With this, you can bring ghost hunting equipment, a sleeping bag, blankets, camera to take photos. Bring a snack and no alcohol. They also say they don't provide any ghost hunting equipment, which is quite interesting because Cody and Satori are the ones that talk to them, talk to the spirits, not anybody else. Anybody else has had experiences with them, not. Yeah. They also have a tab about content creator investigations too. If you have under 15,000 subscribers, you can book an overnight investigation, but you have to notify them and sign a social media contract. If you have more than 15,000 subscribers, you have to book through the booking tab, not a general overnight investigation. So there's different venues if you're a content creator. So she literally, the things that she's complaining about being shown on YouTube, you literally have a thing on your website about people being content creators go into your house to do these investigations. What? Why? And then the rates change for those too. The rates for that Sunday through Thursday is $1,200 a night. Friday through Saturday is $1,500 a night. Still the $160 for extra. Still has the same duration thing, what to bring, all that jazz. Why? Why? And then they also have a thing about filming and broadcasting companies, like podcasts and things like that, where you can send an inquiry or submission of a synopsis of like a proposal that you want to do on site. This lady has means to make bank off this house, but she's just destroyed it. Destroyed it. I remember always wanting to go to the Conjuring house to see it in person. Now I don't want to. I don't want to at all because of everything this lady's saying. None of my money is worth her time. None of it. I'm going to end it on this note as well because I'm a born and bred New Englander. So I grew up learning about all the crazy histories in New England. I'm originally from Massachusetts. Rhode Island is right there. I have ancestors that were involved in the witch trials. Yes, for a fact. I can literally show you genealogically that I'm related to them on my mother's side of the family. I'm from North Shore of Boston. We'll just say that. North of Boston. I still reside in New England. I grew up with these histories. And for them to be broken and beaten down in a way where a lady just doesn't care about the actual history of these homes or this home anymore, that saddens me. If I was related to the Arnold family, like still living Arnold family, I'd be ashamed of this lady because this lady is or I'd be embarrassed. This lady's putting so much shame on my family's property from years ago, but still, it still affects your name. It would still affect my name if I was a descendant of the Arnolds. You know what I mean? You live with that guilt and that shame every day and embarrassment of somebody tarnishing your name, your family's reputation. Does she not understand that that's possibly what could happen? This poor family, yes, they have no legal ties to this property because it's not in their family's name anymore. But still, it's their family members' legacy that's still stuck there, these spirits that are still stuck there, that she's tarnishing. She's using them as a alibi, or said alibi, that's why she, you know, fired somebody because he stole money out of her cash drawer. Because the ghost of the original owner told her to. I don't understand those that how do I put this in a nice way to not offend a lot of people, because it probably will. Um, I consider myself a transplant because I moved from one New England state to another. There's other transplants in this world that move from states outside of New England that move to New England. And then they consider themselves a New Englander because they live in New England. No, you're not a New Englander. You are an outsider looking in that is looking at these properties in a way as a monetary gain. These properties are historic. People that use them for monetary gain in a way that's not nice. I don't have respect for them. I don't have respect for this lady, for everything that she's putting all of these employees through, all these people that have spent years respecting the property, understanding the property, gaining the respect of the residuals that are there, the paranormal residuals that are there. We'll say that. For you to try and break it all down in the way that you have, that's no, that's just straight up disrespect. It's the same thing when it comes to YouTubers or people that relay a history of things that are, yeah, you have some accuracies to it, but then you don't. There's some parts of it that's not accurate. No. Like, yes, I live in the state where one of the most infamous serial killers is from, H.H. Holmes. That ain't his name. I don't live far from where he grew up, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. His house is still there. I've seen it in person. Do you see people swarm into that house? Nope. And he's more infamous than the Conjuring house. Because there's a certain level of respect that these towns have for people, that these towns have for these properties, that they won't let people do this at a magnitude. This lady has just tried to spiral it in a way to make more money off of it. The old owners, God love them. They're amazing. Every single thing I've seen with them in it, they are such nice people. I don't know why exactly they went with her for the sale, or Wonder Group, why they went with Wonder Group for the sale of this property. In retrospect, I really wish that they didn't, that they continued to own this property, because it wouldn't have ended up like it is. None of these people would be jobless. None of these people would be fighting to get paid money that they're owed. None of these people would be doing this. The old owners were well respected by the people that ran it, that were helping them run it, that were doing the tours, the ghost tours, the management, all of that. And just to see that, kind of like a dictatorship in a way. This lady's come in, she's done what she wants to do. She don't listen to anybody else. She don't care about anybody else. Everything that's happened to this property, she don't care. She's blaming everybody else for it. She's got such a Napoleon complex. It is disturbing and disgusting. No. And I'm intrigued to see what else is going to come out about this lady. I've been jigging here and there. I think I've kind of like put more of her past together, but I don't really know. I'm not speculating any further about that. If I heard to say that she's a channel, that she can channel, and that she's a medium, you ain't a medium. Everything you've learned about the house is from the people that used to work in it, and I have said that already. It baffles me. that people that feel so entitled to the things that they own now will spin lies and webs of deceit to put their claws in those that just don't understand. So, I guess this is like an initial video about the Conjuring House drama. I don't really talk about true crime drama on my channel, but that's what this is. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.